So what of my legacy, my children? Henry, Duke of Richmond and Somerset, 1st Earl of Nottingham, Lord Admiral of England, my firstborn. Well, he led the life of a prince. Initially placed in the care of Cardinal Wolsey until, of course, he fell out of favour with the king, at which point Thomas Howard, 3rd Duke of Norfolk, became his guardian. Raised at Windsor with his son Henry, the two boys becoming firm friends. The First Act of Succession of 1533, passed in 1534, declared that Princess Mary was illegitimate, and it was mooted that Henry would be placed in succession, the king clearly ranking gender higher than legitimacy. You see, the general thinking of the time being that a girl was thought not to be capable of holding the crown. How little they knew. And so when Anne Boleyn did not deliver the promised heir, instead another girl, Elizabeth, my Henry as a viable successor was once more considered. He'd made a good match in November 1533 to the Lady Mary Howard, the sister of his lifelong friend Henry and daughter of the king's favourite Thomas Howard. Sadly, there were to be no children. The king, concerned for his 14-year-old heir's health, forbade consummation of the marriage. He was convinced his own brother Arthur had died in youth because of the exertions of the marital bed. Miscarriages had plagued Anne Boleyn as it had her predecessor. So my child and I remained a thorn in her side, a constant reminder of her failure to fulfil the only role required of a queen. Her downfall was both swift and tragic. Though tragedy was to befall my family also in 1536. My Henry, aged just 17, died, having never reached his full potential. Although, in reality, had he lived longer, he would never have become king. Henry's third queen, Jane, produced that longed-for legitimate heir, Edward, in 1537. But my line continued through my other children. Elizabeth, fourth Baroness Talboys of Kim, married twice. First to Thomas Wimbish of Nocton, then became the second wife of Ambrose Dudley, 3rd Earl of Warwick, and brother to Elizabeth I's favourite Robert. She died aged 43 in April 1563. George, the 2nd Baron Talboys, married Margaret Skipwith. Sadly, he predeceased me, aged again just 17, in September 1540. My youngest boy, Robert, the 3rd Baron, was just 14 when he died in June 1542. Bridget, Lady Clifton, married Robert Dimmock, who together had 10 children. Yes, you heard right, 10 children. She died aged 48 in 1587. Poor girl, probably completely worn out. Catherine, Lady Clifton, married the 2nd Baron Berg of Gainsborough, and who together had 5 children. Now, she died on the 14th of August 1621, having achieved what was the most incredible age for the time of 83. Margaret, Lady Clifton, married Charles Willoughby, who together had 5 children. Here the records fail again, as there is no date of her death. I hope that you've enjoyed this insight into Bessie Blount, and that you'll join me, as other characters, together with the rest of the cast in upcoming episodes. Thank you very much for listening.